Akasan was on The Talking Dead? Oh yes, it's true, it's true. Hey guys, so I was gonna make a nice little video and actually react to my reaction to on Talking Dead and all that other shit, but I changed my mind because I just decided to watch it, and I have a lot of other non-reaction videos to edit that take me a lot longer. So let's just go ahead. I want to get this one out of the way just to tell you guys how it all came to be. Being on Talking Dead was amazing, great experience. How I got to see The Walking Dead a week early, the season finale a week early, but couldn't tell anyone. I told no one. Actually, I take that back. The only person I was able to talk, I talked to a few of my fellow reactors in the TWD community and such. I was talking with Falwell a little bit because we were both kind of complaining about how long it actually took to do this process. So how did it all start? Basically, as you guys already know, like Skybound, I have visited Skybound in person last year when I was touring LA. And they invited me to come by and such, and we have a pretty good relationship. It's all good, but that's a little bit besides the point. But somewhere along the line, we got a message. I got a message here from Skybound and The Walking Dead, and they were just basically letting us know that the host, the AMC, the staff, Chris Hardwick, believe it, that's his name. He's a big fan of the reactions. Big fan of what Skybound has been doing, and that's really been it's really been Skybound that has really done. If you don't know what I'm talking about, take a look at their compilations that they do every week of different reactors, and the stuff that they've been doing has been great. And that has actually been circulating around the cast of The Walking Dead and the Talking Dead as well. So they had this great idea about doing this little mini compilation clip for the season finale. The only problem was they sent this information and everything had to be done like very, very much last minute. That Negan thing that I did where I dressed up Blackegan, whatever. They asked me to do that actually like a day before they needed it. And the other thing is a lot of it has to do with the time difference. That's the other problem. So for that particular compilation, that particular thing, outro I told them I need to pass on that particular week, and I called up Tochi, Swag Foundation, and asked him to fill in for me on that time, and then later I did the Negan one. So that's how that works. But the same deal with the season finale issue is they told us last minute, and what I ended up doing actually was reacting to the second to last episode of The Walking Dead as usual, and then very, very late at night I was filming the Negan little thing all in the same night, late at night in the middle of the park, and I ended up catching the flu or fever or something. I was running a fever and such. So you can see in the season finale I was actually medicated, a little medicated, and I reacted to the season finale right after that. So it was like boom, 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 like just video after video, and my girlfriend was sleeping in the other room and I had to be quiet. It was still here. It was still the background. It's just that I ended up having to tarp off all of this stuff because of copyright for TV and such. Then after that, it was really cool though. Like, it was really cool to see the screener copy. Like, the copy they gave me wasn't the greatest sound, but it might have. The other reason is because I had to keep it low because she was sleeping in the other corner, in the other room. But it was kind of cool to see my name on like a special, like if you've ever seen like an Oscar screener, what they do is like they put the name like copyright and such, and so you know how it's getting out. So if just say somebody wanted to be an asshole, a big old fuck nut, and leak that episode of The Walking Dead, people would know exactly who did it. So it was kind of, but it was cool to see my name, even though it kind of was distracting at times. It was cool to see my name plastered over a Walking Dead episode while I was watching it. Anyways, so I watched it and I sent them the raw file. I messed up though. Like, they gave me the parameters, like I needed to have everything in the corner here, right? To, like, they told me where the Talking Dead part was going to be, and then the where I needed to do. Unfortunately, I was looking through I never really thought about this until, you know, I usually just film it in post. When I'm editing, I just choose where I place placement depending on what's best. And I thought I had it down. Unfortunately, no, because when I looked in the viewfinder, everything was in reverse. So I wasn't so happy about that, because it took me about 2 or 3 hours to set up the studio for that recording, and I still ended up having it in reverse. But luckily they were able to work with it. Big ups to Skybound for actually piecing together their version of, I don't know how I don't know how many reactors they had to look at the entire episode of, but big ups to them for syncing everything, because what I just gave them was a raw file and that was it. But then for me, because I don't, my editing, well, for Premiere, I don't know exactly how many file formats it can use, but I use Final Cut Pro for TV shows and such. But Final Cut Pro only really works well with MOV files and MP4 files. So I actually wasn't able to have my final edited reaction for you guys until the actual episode aired and finally an MP4 file was made available. So but it was crazy, because I had to send them like an hour file and in high definition, because it was going to be for TV. Usually I edit off of the MP4 file because it's going on the web, but since I knew it was going to be on TV, I sent them like a 6 gig file or so, and it just took forever. Like, I finally finished around 6 a.m. in the morning. I remember the sun was coming up, and my girlfriend, she was just like, what the hell? And but I was happy, and I was checking the emails with Skybound to make sure they get it, because I was just getting that deadline right at the last minute. And on a side note, let me tell you about some of that paperwork that we needed to sign, like the whole don't talk about the episode for a whole week and all that. Like, it was so last minute, and I was so worried about the way they were getting in touch with some of us, that I just made sure that the other reactors that don't use Twitter as much, that, you know, that I'm cool with and everything, would make sure they know this is a big deal type of deal. So I made sure I hit up no, I told you already. I'm glad he already has been in touch with them previously, thanks to the outro stuff that I talked to him about. But I messaged made sure Tyrone, I was like, dude, so you need, you know, I know you don't use Twitter so often, but yeah, this one, make sure you get in touch with Twitter. So, and I sent Skybound Tyrone's email, because I knew he would want to get in on this, but I know he doesn't use Twitter as much as the rest. But we got it, and we got it sealed and delivered, and it was good. But it was cool though, talking with Failwell as well in regards to this, and also talking to the dude, the funny kid, the big funny kid. He's really funny. I forgot his name though. Again, for some reason, it doesn't stick with me. But talking with him and just getting an idea with this whole thing, like, for a long time now, this reaction, you know, obviously we've been doing these reactions, especially for TV shows, for a couple of years now. And honestly, guys, it's really what you guys do, and the support that the TWD family, the TWD fans, real fans, doing real heartfelt reactions. This is something I was talking with The Walking Dead about afterwards, because they actually had to send me the clip of Talking Dead, because obviously we don't get Talking Dead in Japan. So luckily they hooked it up for me. But I was a little worried that people were gonna ham it up a bit and like overdo it because they knew they were gonna be on TV or possibly might be on TV. But we were all very satisfied that everybody just gave their real, actual fan reaction, and that really, you know, it's a good reminder of exactly why all of us do this for you guys and for ourselves, because it's not really about gaining a bunch of subscribers. It's not really about getting a bunch of views or making a lot of money, because you don't make a lot of money. It's simply put just being a fan and showing your enthusiasm, showing your excitement for a product, for a show, for a great story. And just seeing, I didn't realize how big the Talking Dead thing was going to be, but I'm still getting messages from people who never really watch my channel, but they know me, and they were watching Talking Dead, and it was just really cool to see that excitement around The Walking Dead sort of resurge again since the season premiere, and when all the reactors of that show showing our reactions to the season premiere started going viral. It was really cool to see the same sort of feeling again, and just remind me exactly why I do these type of reactions on my channel, among other things. A mixed bag, so to speak. So anyways, guys, that's the behind the scenes, how it all came to be with Skybound and such. Make sure you go to their channel. I think their compilation of the season finale should be out today or tomorrow. Make sure you check out their channel, because I love seeing their stuff as well. And I just really, again, love working with just showcasing this fandom, like the true, like it's very nostalgic for me, and reminds me about why I hassle to put these TV reactions together for y'all, because you love them and I love doing them for you. So anyways, see you next season for The Walking Dead. Make sure Game of Thrones, there's a bunch of other stuff. A lot of shows are wrapping up, but Game of Thrones is coming around. I'm looking forward to it, guys. Make sure you subscribe for even more stuff, and we'll talk to you later. Peace.
All my friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to